Hello everyone, and welcome to BetaReborn, the series where I play a betaized version of modern Minecraft. And before I start episode 2, I want to say that yes, I did go mining between this episode and the last one, but really I only got iron from it, and I think I only mined for like a few minutes just because I thought I was recording. I wasn't recording, so I just walked back here and yeah, so that was kind of embarrassing. But before we start this episode, I want to kind of say some things about the last episode to clear things up. And before I clear things up, I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for the support from episode 1. Seriously. Anyway, so I want to clear some things up. So the first thing I want to say is that I want to apologize because I thought that the camel and the horse went very close in speed. I thought they were pretty close, but apparently they weren't. Apparently they're pretty different in speed. And so, yeah, I apologize if it made it sound bad or whatever. It's not like that. The camel is a little bit slower than the horse. I think it's like 6 blocks slower. But I still kind of wonder what the camel's purpose is, but I see that there is a difference, and so I apologize for that. And second of all, I want to say that I don't think having useless animals is really a bad thing. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. My problem is not that they have useless animals. The problem is that, you know, like I said, there's this terrain generation people want, and they don't add that, and instead they add, like I said, they just add useless animals. I think they could be added later on, and it just kind of sucks that they added them to start instead of these other things. So that's kind of where my frustration is, I guess, with that. Anyways, oh, fuck you, Wolf. Anyways, that being said, yeah, so here we are with episode 2. We are, today, I don't know what I want to do. I did go mining a little bit. Like I said, I just got only like 16 iron and some lapis. But I don't know if I want to keep going mining or not. I don't want to kind of bore people by mining, but I don't think we have anything else to do. So I guess let's do that. So the topic for this video is Minecraft too easy? And my answer is yes, I think it is. I think it is a little bit too easy. Not kind of entirely. I don't think the game is so easy that it's boring. I just think that the end part, we're gonna just grab some coal too, but I just think that the ending of the game is a little too easy. You know, I think it is kind of a little too easy to get to this kind of portion where you have really OP stuff, and once you have this like really OP stuff like netherite and like mending, which we'll talk about more in a little bit, it kind of makes the game boring. And I want to say too that like things like the warden and like the bastions and stuff like that, those are actually good additions to the game. And I actually think those the like Mojang needs to add more stuff like that, because if they add more stuff like that, I think that'll increase the game's, and by the way, I did mine there, that's where I got the iron from. It will make the game's longevity a lot, you know, better, you know, because there's more challenge and more things to do. So I think that's always I think that's a good step in the, you know, to making the game better, and I think we need to see more of that. That being said, do I still have some more problems with the game in terms of its easiness? Yeah, I think I do. And it comes down to, like I said, with mending, and it comes down to the elytra. So with mending, I think we all know mending is pretty OP. It's, oh man, this is a very beautiful area. I like this. It's a nice, like, this is like a nice plains. It's a light plains. That being said, I think the problem with mending is that it's way too easy. Like, it just makes the game way too easy, and it has no balance. There's no counter to it, which that's kind of my thing. You know, I wish they only add things that have a counter. And frankly, like I said, the menu just doesn't have a counter. It's just kind of just OP thing that once you accomplish it, you can pretty much just like get anything done. Like everything, it kind of becomes creative mode. But it's just like kind of like a finite supply kind of creative mode where, look at that. Oh my god. Let's go down there. Let's do it. Let's try it. You got like a tool that can instantly destroy things and instantly, you know, do all these things. But you just now have to collect the kind of resources to do it. And that's kind of just where I think mending kind of just ruins the game a little bit. There's like, if there was some kind of balance, like there's just none. And it's just, yeah. I'm not saying things that people build with mending and stuff are not impressive. There's a guy who turned the end into like a cyberpunk world, and he also like made the parkour spiral in single player, and that's incredibly impressive in my opinion. Man, that song is incredible. Regardless, so yeah, that's my opinions on mending. I just kind of don't get why they added it. And I feel like with the elytra, the problem with the elytra is that it's not. I think it's an item that makes sense for Minecraft. You know, I'm not gonna be the guy who says elytra doesn't fit in Minecraft. It fits in Minecraft. The problem though is that it's the same problem Mending has. It has no counter, right? And when there was no mending in the game, I don't think people really used elytras too much because they could break, right? You got to use on breaking or whatever, and even then, you know, you didn't want them to break. And so, but with mending, those things are just so OP that it pretty much makes every other transportation method pretty much useless. You know, there are some benefits to using things like the horse, and there are some benefits using some other things, but you know, you could just get a shulker or whatever, and you can just get some fireworks, and you can go anywhere you want with the elytra. And I just think that's kind of just a little too OP. I think that's a little too OP, and Mojang's yet to kind of come up with a really good counter for using the elytra. I mean, I guess the armor, you know, it doesn't have, you know, it doesn't have an armor thing, but I don't know if that's good enough in my opinion, because you could just put your chest plate just like in your hand, offhand, and I don't know. I just kind of disagree with it entirely. I don't get why. It's an item that fits in Minecraft, but I don't know why Mojang decided to add it. You know, I don't get the reasoning behind it. And that being said, I don't get, you know, I think the shulker too is another thing that's like, it's something that I think could belong in Minecraft. It's a very Minecraft way. It's a very good way to do backpacks. But that being said, I don't think backpacks really belong in the game either. And by extent, I don't think shulkers belong in the game because, like I said, it's super OP. We just kind of have to deal with it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how we're alive right now. That was a miracle. Here, we're gonna take a second to. That being said, those are my main gripes with how easy the game is, right? And I don't think, personally, I don't think these ruin the game that much. I don't think the game is ruined by things like the elytra. I think that the problem with the elytra is, like I said, it makes every other method of transportation pretty much useless, right? And that's the problem. That's the problem with it. But here we go. We're going into this cave. There's got to be diamonds in here, man. I got more gold. So I'd like to know what you guys think, of course, you know, as always, because I'm just one guy who just has a few views on the game. And I would just like to hear what you guys think. Like I said, I really don't think these are the biggest issues with the game. I think they do ruin parts of the game. I think, you know, like I said, it makes the game incredibly easy. Oh my god, diamonds! We found diamonds, bro. No, I'm joking. But, oh my god, we found diamonds. Let's keep going, I guess. Let's try to find some more diamonds and then head back home. That's awesome. Yeah, like I said, it's not my biggest concern, and I think it's one of those things that I think just Mojang can easily come up with a balance for. It's not a fundamental problem with the game. But I would like to hear, you know, what you guys think and such, but yeah. So that's really all I gotta say about it, you know. I like the deep slate a lot in this. I really enjoy it. So, last episode, I was gonna talk more about what my plans are for this series, but I kind of just never got around to it. I think I was just too focused on talking about other things. And I guess that's where I'm going to just kind of talk about what I want to do with this series. And what I want to do with this series is, I think you know, obviously I'm going to keep playing it the way I want to play it. You know, I'm going to keep doing the world. I'm going to keep building up more and more. But I think I want to have people on. I don't know who I want to have on this, but I want people on this. I don't want this to be a single player thing. I'm not a big fan of just, well, I mean, I enjoy doing single player. Let me just say that. I enjoy doing single player. My thing though is that it, like, I feel like I don't know how long I can do it just me. I don't know how interesting I am in terms of talking, that I don't know if I can hold this up for that long. So I think if I had more people, it would make things a lot more interesting. And so there's a few people I've asked for it. I can't say who, and I don't want to, you know, say that they said yes. You know, I haven't got any concrete yeses, but they've shown interest, right? And so maybe we'll have them on sometime. You know, if you're somewhat big YouTuber and you would be interested in you're watching this, hit me up. I'd love to have you on. Like I said, I'm just looking to kind of hear your guys' thoughts on that too, of having other people on. Obviously, you know, I can't have like 1,800 people on. This is not going to be an SMP, at least for right now, right? But maybe have a guest on per episode or something, and we could talk about the game, or they could join me or something. I don't know. Nothing too crazy. Just be an episode kind of thing. And there'll be some episodes where it's just me talking as I play the game, which, man, we're getting so much gold right now. So yeah, that's kind of just my plans for this series. We'll have to see how it goes. Who knows where it'll go from here. This is weird. It's like it feels like it's, is it like flipped on purpose? This is a basalt? Not basalt, it's like basalt? I don't know what the hell that thing is. Okay, let's get the hell back. Let's go back the way we came. Kind of got lost over there. That's kind of... Okay. Oh. Almost missed it. That would be funny. What the? We got more diamonds. Let's go. So if you guys have any questions you want me to answer, I guess we could do I can answer some questions as I play, just to fill up the thing, because I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how interested I am, dude, to be honest, but you guys enjoyed it last time. People ask, you know, do I hate Mojang and all that stuff, or like people ask, do I just hate anything new from Mojang and all that, and I just don't. You know, people were saying that I don't like the Caves and Cliffs update. I defended the Caves and Cliffs update. I'm playing this a Caves and Cliffs update, like, caves. That made no sense. Okay, so I'm playing the Caves and Cliffs, like the caves with the beta generation. So I obviously love the Caves and Cliffs. I just don't agree with a lot of Mojang's decisions, if that makes any sense. Like, I just don't agree with a lot of things they've done. And I think that's, you know, and they've done great things, I think, recently. They have done great things recently. But, you know, I think it's, you know, sometimes you got to mention some of the stuff they've done wrong. And I've had, you know, like someone say that this is all nostalgia and all that. And, you know, I think to some extent, yeah, you know, it's obviously, you know, one of those things where back in my day, Minecraft was so much better, you know, but I still think that doesn't really excuse the problems now. You know, there's obviously problems with the game. The community knows there's problems with the game. And that's really it. Do I think Mojang is the worst? No. I just think I think what's really the core of this is that if Minecraft was in the hands of EA or Activision or some kind of other, I don't know, publisher or whatever, or game developer, I wouldn't be too surprised with some of these things, right? I wouldn't be too mad. You know, it's a game that is one of the best selling games of all time and is a part of many people's, like, Minecraft has made, you know, tons of people happy and have changed, like, so many people's lives. So it's not just a game where you can just say, you know, you can't give these people a hard time. No, man, you have to hold them to a different standard. They're working on probably what is, in my opinion, the best game of all time, right? And that's just kind of how I see it. That's why I kind of get mad over, and why, you know, I feel like you can't hold these people to the same standards as another game company. That's why I get so mad about it. It's because Minecraft is probably the most important game of my life. You know, I do Minecraft videos instead of other videos, instead of a variety of videos. I do Minecraft videos for right now. It's that much, you know, it means that much to me. Or maybe that's just me being a little too harsh. All right, well, we got to get out of this cave because we've been in this cave for so long now. We'll grab this, and we got our diamonds, so that's all I care about. So yeah. Oh, thank God. Thank God that gravel was blocked my way out. Or blocked my way into that lava. Okay, we gotta go. Let's just dig straight up. Probably a bad idea, but only way out of here. Long climb up. Jesus. Okay. Okay, yep. How did I know you're gonna be here, dude? Oh. Oh. Another one. Oh, there's a spawner. That's cool. We found another spawner, but I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Please, please, please. Please, 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 please. Okay. Stop. Skeletons. Yeah, skeletons are like, oh my God, I'm at half a heart. Oh. Okay, we got all these music discs. I'm just gonna take a second. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Well, that's cool that we got a music disc. I want to collect all the music discs. That'd be a cool kind of goal, but oh my God. Okay. We gotta get out of here now. I don't want to be in here anymore. I'm scared. Yeah, I think that's one of those things that I've seen a lot of people say that they really like about beta is that you have to do a lot of inventory management. Like it's a lot more hardcore because like I said, you can't, like you can regen, I think, but I don't know how you regen. Oh God, it's raining. The rain in this game is so loud. Let me turn that down real quick. Let me just go to my music. I hear another skeleton, which if there's another skeleton right above me, I'm screwed. Okay, go, 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 go. Just run to this village. Oh my God. This is it. This is the end. This is the end. Oh my God. Go, 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 go. Okay, we can make it to that village and then we'll go from there. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've been beaten up. Like while I was climbing up, there was more gravel, which I nearly died from. I had to like take a second and like pause and breathe because it was that intense. There was so much gravel, and then I got a fucking skeleton spawner than this shit. Is there like no one here? Oh no, no, no. There is. Hey, what's up, man? Ew. What the hell are you wearing, dude? It's got that villager drip. Alright. So I'm not gonna grab, I mean, I want to grab this because I think it's, you know, oh, I'm so sorry. I want to grab it because I think it would be good to have, but it's also kind of OP to have that much hay because, you know, you can turn that into food or whatever. We'll do it. Let's just do it. Someone's gonna get mad at me for it, so I apologize. The hay blocks looks like kind of I mean, they look realistic. They just kind of look disgusting though. All right, let's get back home. And I think once we get back home, we may end the episode for today, which I know is kind of disappointing. You know, we didn't really do much, but I don't know. I just kind of, like I said, I got everything I wanted to say pretty much out of the way in the first 10 minutes. And then, you know, we got to do our caving or whatever. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys would want for this series because I'm down to invite other people. And I think I may very well invite someone to do this. I have to find the right person that I can jive with, but I really am wanting to do it. Also, that poor cow got like slaughtered. Literally got like slaughtered by the skeletons. It was absolutely tragic. Take the long walk home, I guess. And also, let me know what you guys think about the background noise, or the background music, sorry, because people recommended it last episode, and I downloaded a mod called Infinite Music, which plays like the music pretty much like repeatedly. That's what the timer thing was in the sound settings. And yeah, it actually does pretty good. Well, we're back home. Here, let's just kind of put everything up. Yeah. So we got all this. I'm gonna start cooking some of this. I'm just gonna eat some of these because I'm gonna die if I don't. What's hot too? Anyways, I'm gonna just grab this cooked food real quick, and I think that'll be all for this episode. We got our diamonds, so we'll just do our thing real quick, and yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a good day. And I'll see you in the next video, and goodbye.